Hi, my name is Alexa Von Tobel. I'm a mom to three. I'm the managing partner of Inspired Capital, and I've dedicated my career to making personal finance something that everyone can understand. I'm really grateful for the parents that I had. I worked every summer at their offices, starting at young ages, 12, 13, and every dollar that I earned had to go into my savings account, and I would get really excited to see the statements because they would grow. But what was important was just the matter-of-fact conversations that my dad would have with me about, this is your money for college. These are the things that we do to make sure that we are prepared for the future. And so it kind of gave me this purpose. For me, my goal was never to make as much money as possible. I was very focused on financial well-being. I want to have enough money that I don't have to worry about money. I want to know what to do with it so that I have good hygiene around it. And I want to make sure that the big decisions I need to make in my life are on track. And I think through that, I take a very matter-of-fact, common sense approach to what do I need to know about money that is critical. Financial planning for most people in the country kind of seems like a luxury product. I kept thinking to myself as a young 22-year-old, what if you could make financial planning for everybody? And I founded Learnvest when I was 23 years old. I dropped out of Harvard Business School, and we did the entire thing for an incredibly transparent fee. I was 30 years old. Learnvest was just beginning to pick up a lot of traction. I went to go do a photo shoot for Forbes, and I found out the next day that I was 7 weeks pregnant. Fast forward 6 months, I had my daughter, Tobel, and that Wednesday, March 25th, is when I sold Learnvest. So in the same 1 week period, the most important critical thing in my personal life happened. At the same time, the largest thing in my professional life happened. I think that motherhood has changed me in a few really important ways. I'm not a patient person, but kids make you a better leader because so much of the same things that apply to kids apply to the rest of life. So it's a great training. Having been on the receiving end as the CEO and founder, I really want to go help and pay it forward to the entrepreneurs of tomorrow. We launched Inspired Capital in early 2019. We invest in entrepreneurs of all shapes and sizes. We're one of the largest firms run by a female in the country. I was just on the cover of a magazine called Millie, and it was me and my 3 children with the title, "This is what a venture capitalist looks like." We just need to change the visuals of who's at the top of businesses. So much about getting really good at money is about delayed gratification. Start with earning money. We all have to go work. We have to pay our bills. But I want to orient work as also being this wonderful thing that's not this thing that you have to do, but this thing that I love doing. The second thing is my now almost 5.5-year-old has multiple piggy banks. The biggest one for college, just the concept that money literally is not free. You don't want to raise children who are terrified of money. And on the other end of that spectrum, you don't want to only talk about money so much that they think the whole goal of life is to save and keep more money. So making sure you strike that balance of the delayed gratification, the understanding of the values, and then finally, also you should spend it sometimes. For me, financial stability is just one thing off the plate of your everyday worries when you're a parent. When I was young and got my first financial plan, I remember thinking to myself, I understand my wallet and I know that I don't have to worry because I now know what I need to do exactly to protect my new family. I felt so powerful. That's what I want parents to feel like. Most families in the country live paycheck to paycheck. So one of the reasons why I care so much about this mission is that most families don't have financial stability. There's no judgment to that, and you're not alone. There's 3 key things that we tell people that we want you to have to begin that financial stability. The first is no credit card debt, because credit card debt grows very quickly. The second is an emergency savings account, and the size of your savings should vary. This is you can put food on the table, you can make any mortgage payments, rent payments. And then the final third step is you need to be saving for retirement, because once you get those going, they actually grow rapidly for you and give you so much more financial flexibility early. Once you get that literacy, is you realize our wallets and personal finance are not that complicated. My 5.5-year-old, she's had piggy banks since she was 3. Not only does she have the piggy banks, but she now has little chores. And when she wants to buy something, it's very much making her understand that mommy and daddy work for these things. We really like to try to make it fun. We get our children excited about the ways that they can enjoy their role in society. And then finally, with the savings, I will drill savings into all of them by the time they're 10. Knowledge is power. You literally feel relaxed, confident, empowered the second that you understand your wallet.